Yes, once again, Murad Fiki. What is going on? Today is Tuesday, June 18th. And man, I'm so excited to share with you these results. You know, a lot of people are asking me, what is going on in Houston real estate? What is happening in Houston real estate? Everybody wants to know this. Well, Houston real estate is getting lit up. That's what's happening. It is taking off in ways you have not seen, heard, or imagined. And why is that? Well, the rates have gone up. Actually, rates have been pretty flat this year. They haven't gone up. And the Fed has said, even though they haven't lowered rates, they're not raising rates. But rates is not everything. There's a multitude of factors. Of course, the job market, the local economy, and most importantly, the inventory levels. What are the inventory levels? And that's how we're going to dive right in. We're going to revisit the inventory levels, the major catalysts for what is going on in the Houston real estate market. And the Houston real estate market is getting lit up. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So we're going to start with the weekly activity snapshot. We're looking at week 23 of 2024. And that is June 4th to June 10th. We'll compare week 23 of 2024 to week 23 of 2023. Why is that? The real estate market is cyclical, and you've got to compare apples to apples. And apples to apples will show us how the real estate market's doing. So check this out. New listings are up by 18.2%. That means there is more inventory now, more new inventory coming on the market than we saw a year ago. That tells me what? That tells me market confidence, that people are feeling more confident now than a year ago. So 3,999 new listings hit the market last week versus 3,384, an 18.2% increase. Pending listings. There was a slight drop in listings going under contract over a year ago, from a year ago, about 5.9% decrease, not a big deal. About 147 less properties went under contract over a year from a year ago. And that is 2,353 properties still went under contract last week. Off-market listings, we had a 30.0% increase from sellers taking their homes off the market. Now, this could be for a number of reasons. Could have been somebody changed their mind. That move wasn't happening. The job transfer didn't make it. Maybe the couple that was thinking about a divorce got back together. Maybe somebody didn't get the price that they wanted. They wanted the price they thought they were going to get when there was no inventory on the market, and that's not happening. And so they said, okay, at the current market data, the current market rate, the price that the market is willing to pay for this home, I'm not interested. And they took their house off the market, and that's fine, but they'll be back most likely. So 30% of listings came off the market for whatever reason. Maybe somebody took it off the market temporarily while they got repairs done. Either way, the sellers that kept their homes on the market are the ones that are going to see the benefit with a 30% drop in inventory across the board. That's a big deal. Closings, 9.6% less closings than a year ago. Still, 1,696 houses got sold last week, and we accounted for a couple of those. Showings, this is a big number to look at. How many people are in the market looking at houses, actually going to houses? And these are what I call serious buyers, because people don't just go look at houses if they don't have anything to do. They're looking because they're thinking and they're considering the market. So we had 45,255 showings last week. Can you believe that? That is the Greater Houston MLS, 45,000 showings. That's a lot of showings. And that's only a 4% decline from a year ago. HAR.com listing views. How many people were looking at HAR.com, looking at homes, reviewing what's on the market, and considering? Now, this is a big indicator of what's going to happen in the near future, the next 90 days. A 25.2% increase of homes being looked at on HAR.com. That's a big deal. That's 11,746,000 views on HAR.com in just last week alone versus a year prior, 9,384,000 views. That's a big deal. 7,588 open houses, both in person and virtual. And before we let you go, we're going to check out one more piece of data. I'm going to come and show you the May statistics that were just released, May stats. Let me pull those up for you. And look at that, the article titled, Houston home prices hit a record high as the market weathers May storms. Now, as you know, May storms came through, was a big, it kind of came out of nowhere, but a lot of these tornadoes did damage a few homes in Houston. Even then, still record prices have been hit. 8,538 units sold in May of 2024. The average home price, $443,000. The median home price, $345,000. We can see the values continue to rise. Even despite so-called increases in interest rates, home values continue to rise. Year over year, this is why real estate is a great investment. And I would challenge those who think, look, I'll just rent and not build equity. I would say you should always be building equity, because as home prices continue to rise, you and your family are building equity. The monthly comparison, May 24 over May 2023, total property sales were slightly down by 3.1%. 10,175 properties were sold in May. Dollar volume, $4.278 billion sold in May alone. That's a big deal. Active listings, 45,692. That's a 38.2% increase from a year prior. Single family home sales, 8,538. At the average sales price, $443,000. That's a 3.6% increase from a year prior. Single family median sales price, $345,000. That's a 1.5% increase from a year prior. And single family months inventory has increased by about 1.3 months. So now there's a 4-month inventory hold in the greater Houston market MLS. What does that mean? If no new homes come on the market at the current absorption rate, at the current rate at which homes are selling, it would take 4 months to completely deplete the entire Houston MLS. That's still a seller's market, folks. That is still a seller's market. Yes, it is. And if somebody's saying otherwise, they don't know the data. The data doesn't lie. Now, I would say we need to look at your specific neighborhood, because every neighborhood is different. But the entire Houston MLS is still healthy. Single family sales pending increased by about 1.8%. I would say that's relatively flat. 8,484 properties went under contract last month. So if somebody's saying homes aren't selling, they just don't know what's going on the market, or they're having a rough year. So as we can see, townhouse condominiums, 555 units sold, townhouses. The days on market for single family homes went from 49 days to 45 days overall. Again, this is hyper local. It's important to look at the hyper local market, but overall, that's the difference. Single family home sales declined by 1.5% year over year. That's pretty immaterial. It's a small decline. Total dollar volume was statistically flat at $4.3 billion. $4.3 billion of Houston property was sold last month. So homes are selling, and if you're thinking about selling, let's look at your specific scenario. I'm very happy to be of service and give it a hard look. Let's see if we have any comments, questions, or concerns. That being said, September 3rd is the deadline. We all know somebody whose homes were damaged in the recent storms. There is temporary tax relief. It is in the Texas tax code. This is your benefit, or someone you know whose home was damaged. They are entitled to this. And every little bit helps, especially when you're dealing with contractors, insurance claims, having to move to another location while the home is being fixed. Let's file the paperwork to get the temporary tax relief, I'm very happy to do it free of charge. I have the paperwork. I will be of utmost assistance at absolutely no charge to you, your family, your friends, co-workers, anybody you know whose homes was damaged during the recent storms last month. Let's file the paperwork. The deadline is September 3rd. You've got to file the paperwork, and the taxing authorities are horrible about disseminating this information. Let's file the paperwork. I'm very happy to be of service. Let me know. Reach out to my office. Catch me at HoustonLuxuryRealEstate.com or your favorite social media platform. I'm there. DM me. Let me know. Text me 832-610-4290. DM me. Email me. Murad at HoustonLuxuryRealEstate.com. And I can't wait to see you next time. Have a wonderful week. Remember, health, wealth, and success. And you can do this.